Getting ready for our big game of the year. This is the 9th Iron Bowl I've had an opportunity to participate in. It's always a fun game, fun week, and which we're coming off some different circumstances and had the opportunity to be a positive note, more on a positive note, as we were last week, and how we played against Georgia, and mainly how we coached. That was my fault. We didn't do a very good job, and now we've had to sit on it for a couple of weeks and think about it a little bit more, but now we come up to the game of the year for us, and we look forward to it. It's a big challenge. We've got a lot of young guys that are anxious to play in their first one. We've got a lot of older guys that's anxious to play in another one. We talk about this game almost every day of the year with our players, especially in the off season, and it's something we plan for, we look forward to, and again, this is a fans game too. Fans really get into this, and it's something that they take pride on both sides and being a part of, and have an opportunity to talk about it. And as I tell our players, every play goes down in the history book, and they have an opportunity to put their name in it, and whether it's good or bad, and hopefully we'll play much better than we played in the last game that we played a couple of weeks ago. But our guys have practiced hard. Almost everybody that we have is practicing. We're in pretty good shape in terms of injuries. We have some guys that are not quite 100%, but I think everybody's going to be held accountable in terms of being ready to go, because they've worked very hard in the training room to get ready to go, and so we're in pretty good shape physically. Mentally, it took us a few days more to get over that game last week, but as we've turned the corner through the off days this past weekend, I think our guys have done a good job of mentally started getting ready to play this game. It should be a good one, and look forward to it. Questions?
Did the bye week come at the right time for y'all?
Yeah, we needed a bye week about 4th or 5th game, but I think sometimes it's better to play. And really, we could have played last weekend, probably wouldn't played any better or any worse maybe than what we'll play this weekend. I think guys bounce back a little bit quicker than coaches and fans do after that game that we played in Athens, but we'll just never know. But we've had a few more days to prepare, get everything behind us, go out and put our game plan in for a couple more days, get some more guys healthy, and try to raise our spirits a little bit. And again, that there won't be any problem this week for this game.
Tommy, do you think because you guys are playing Bama, that's one reason why the players bounced back as fast as they did?
Yeah, and again, we played 12 straight last year, as Alabama did, and I thought both teams played well, even though we had some setbacks later in the season, and I thought it was a well played game on both sides. And again, these kids are a lot more resilient than we are as coaches and fans. They tend to get over things a little bit quicker. So playing 12 straight was tough, but we managed to get through it. And this year we played 11, and that was tough. We managed to get through that. Now we just had a few more days to get ready for this one.
What did you think when you heard the Monroe Alabama score, and will that affect you anyway going into this?
No, not really, because I've been in this profession a long time. I know how those things can happen. I've been on both sides, and it's just every week you just got to go out and get ready to go. And again, we had a setback in our last one, so it's two teams that not coming off great games and trying to improve. But I've seen it all in sports, in football, in terms of coaching. And again, you're going to have a lot of those if you stay in it long enough.
Tommy, what kind of, for a quarterback in this game particularly, what kind of pressure is there on a quarterback to perform well, and how important is it that the quarterback kind of take control of things?
I think it's a lot of pressure on quarterbacks that play in this game, especially when they're from this state. I think that they know a lot more about it. They've grown up with it. They hear people talk about it in their homes, and I think there's a lot of pressure on quarterbacks in terms of playing in the Iron Bowl. Even if you're not from this state, but if you're from this state, as both quarterbacks are playing this game, I think there's a ton of pressure.
Coach, some of the players, I guess during the bye week, there were some comments made in some papers and what have you that they were concerned about not not conservative. I think the offense was conservative during a lot of the games, Georgia game, and some of the guys today said it was conservative because they're playing a lot of young guys. Now that this is the last regular season game and a lot of guys are healthy, can you get over it up a little bit more this week?
How many times do you want me to throw it? We'll throw it as many. We'll take a vote. You do what you try to do. You think your players can do. We haven't opened it up too often since I've been here. We've probably thrown a few more times in some years than what we did this year. But you gotta coach your team how you think that what they can handle and can't handle, and give yourself a chance to win. I mean, that's what it's all about. And it's about playing together as a team. It's about getting your offense and your defense and your kicking game all playing in the same philosophy and believing in what you're doing. If you do that, you got a chance. That's what it's all about. Again, I'm not one of those that likes to throw it 50 times a game. And I watched the game Saturday night with Texas Tech. I think they threw it 71. I mean, that's even shocking to me. But I'm old school. I just believe in running the football and playing to your strengths and try to stay away from some of your weaknesses and give yourself a chance to win.
Coach, with the fact that you've dominated this series, winning last 5 in a row, is that an issue this week, or is that something you don't even discuss with the players because this is a new year, a new game? Yeah,
I mean, this is a different team. I think there's great talk with the fans and all those things, and it's overblown. I hadn't heard one word about us winning so many games or what this would mean to add on to it. There's no talk about it. These guys are they're young adults, and they understand what they're getting into. They understand how we played, how they played the last game, and the significance of going out and playing better, giving yourself a chance. All those things factor into it, and they really could care less, to be honest with you, of what happened last year. This is a totally different team, and there's a few guys that were on that team that played, but they'd like to make their own mark, especially the seniors.
So what does the 5 in a row mean to you?
Yeah, I guess we won 5 in a row. I mean, it really makes no difference because each year is different, and you try to win as many games as you can the year you're playing. It is a big game, and I'm proud that we've won 5 games for our fans. But I think that it's more important that you go out and you play well and you improve and you understand that once that's over with, hopefully you got another game maybe in Atlanta or then a bowl game, and you just keep going and try to make it better each week.
What do you remember about Saban's teams at LSU, and what was your reaction when he left the NFL to come back to college football?
Well, Nick's a good coach. He's driven. He works very hard at it. I've known him for a long time. He's a student of the game. He gets into it. He's a little bit more emotional than I am, but I mean, you got to be your own guy, and I'll never try to do something somebody else is doing. But when he left LSU, you got to make a decision on your own what you think's the best for you. And I've heard a lot of friends of mine that have gone to the NFL, become head coaches, and didn't quite like it. You always wonder, well, is that going to fit, the personality of Nick Saban or Butch Davis or Steve Spurrier? And I know it wouldn't fit me at all. I don't like that style of football. I like being able to build your own team and working with the younger kids. But Nick being in the league, I think is going to be good in the long run. I think it'll bring more prestige to a conference that's already got a lot of excellent head coaches, and Philip Fulmer and Steve and Urban Myers and Mark Rick. I mean, coaching gets better and better each year.